Hi there people, I'm Franklin and welcome back to Westington. Today I'm going to start on both the crafting room and cave entrance. They're going to be kind of like the same thing. But I have to do something just a tiny bit dubious first. See, I want to make it out of bricks. I was inspired by this French mining station. I know, ew, French. But it looks really cool and it's made out of mostly bricks and I just fell in love with it. It's got to be made out of bricks. However, I only have 15 clay. There's one in my inventory for a very specific reason. That's not enough for how big I want this to be. So you may be saying, what's the big deal? Just go find more, jerk off. It's not that easy. First of all, clay is already kind of rare in this game for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like bricks are super special or super strong. And secondly, for Xbox Minecraft here, it just doesn't exist. It's glitched. For some reason, it's glitched. Clay just does not generate. So, the 15 clay I have in my possession is like the holy grail. Now, there was an update that I downloaded, and that might have fixed it, but I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna assume it did not fix it. So, I'm gonna dupe it, which is also why I'm doing this at night. I don't want it to turn 5 o'clock, you know, that's the cop time. Anyway, it's extremely easy to do. So you can follow along with me if you so desire. So what you want to do is grab your block or item that you want to dupe and put it in the ingredients section. Then you want to start breaking the furnace with your pickaxe. And apparently after you get about this way done, you switch to your fist, as you see here. And it does that. And then what you want to do is start holding down the A button on this clay block. And just give it a second. There it is. Now, what you're holding is not the glitched block. This is my original clay block, so I'm just gonna throw it over here. This is the glitched block, or item. What you want to do next is grab it. As you can see, it's still there even though I grabbed it, which means this is the duped block. I have 64 now. I have put 3 chests here for the next step. You don't have to if you don't want to. You want to grab your glitched clay block and go up here, and then just hold down the X button. There you go. Now you have successfully duped 64 clay. Or diamonds, if you want that. I'm not gonna do diamonds. I don't want to. I'm only cheating in this instance because I can't get it any other way. So, you know, I'm a good cheater. Just like a term for a good cheater. Like, I'm a white hat wizard. Or hacker, I mean. You know, whatever. I'm gonna spend the next eternity of my life here filling out this chest. This is a very mind-numbing process. I did put 3 chests here because I wanted to fill all 3 of them up. But now that I'm looking at it, I think that's just like way more than I would ever need in my life. So I'm just gonna do this chest for now, and I'm gonna fill the other 2 chests up off camera and hide them somewhere. They're gonna be my rainy day clay fund. Don't you tell nobody now, Pilsen. Snitches get stitches. So, I'm learning that these are all glitched blocks, and they don't exactly behave like how you'd expect them to. So, if I try to place this glitched block, jack shit. However, as you can see in my inventory, which is extremely wrong, 254. If you instead grab one of these glitched blocks and put one in your inventory before you start building, you get, yeah, that happens. That just happens. I get 255. So, okay, some of the clay in my chest is real. Some of it is not real. I guess it's kind of like a little surprise, you know? We all love little surprises, right? The game is really not liking this. Look at that. I got so much clay that I want to see if I can fill out my entire storage room with clay and then dig it all up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, once you got it glitched like that where it's like 200 clay blocks, it's infinite. It just infinitely regenerates once you get to 0. Yep. That is a lot of clay. You think this is enough clay for what I want to make here? Oh my god. I am a very, very satisfied camper right now. Very satisfied indeed. Let's actually start digging some of this up so I can actually start turning it into bricks instead of just messing around. I think I got more than enough clay for now, so I'm gonna start making it into bricks, and then we can finally start. Oh yeah, look at that sweet red brick. I should make more furnaces though. Okay, let's go find the stone chest, shall we? We gotta dig it up. As you can see, we've unearthed a great tomb. Believe this is from the time of King Tut Tut. Yeah, now that's the oil, baby. Alright, let's... Oh, no. Okay. Alright, let's actually start doing that thing I wanted to do, which was build the mine entrance. So this is the giant hole in the ground that I've been getting all my materials from. I've still yet to find diamonds from it, but I have full confidence that there will be diamonds there. And my house is over there, so this is going to be the very first time I build something that isn't part of my house. Though it's still technically part of my house, whatever. So I got a couple ideas on what I want to do with this. Right now, it's just a ladder that goes down, like all the way down. But I want this to be a bit more interesting. I wanted to make a elevator for the cave, but Minecraft can't do elevators, obviously. So my next idea was a minecart spiral that goes all the way down, connected to something that might be misinterpreted as an elevator. And I think that is a very fun idea. So most of this hole is going to be removed, which is a shame though, because it's almost perfectly round, isn't it? Look at this. You know what? No, I'm gonna make a new pillar instead of using this old one. I want this to be in the middle of this hole. I want to keep the hole. I want to keep the hole. I want to keep this exact shape, except for this part. But yeah, I want to keep the shape. So where would the middle of this hole be? Alright, so that's going to be the spiral that goes down to hell. I just need to make everything else around it now. I don't have enough iron to make the spiral. Don't worry, I'm not going to dupe it, but I'm going to have it start... Where do I want it to start? I guess facing this way, eh? Because my house is coming from that direction. So it only makes sense to have a door that goes directly into the spiral. So that's where the minecart would sit, so I need about this much space of actual clearance. Now these gaps right here are going to be filled in with glass because I think that's going to be a cute touch. Methinks this should not be that big. I'm going to have a bigger room that is going to be like the crafting room, which I'm going to call the refinery, which is way cooler. And so this room doesn't need to be that big. This is a good size. Yes, I'm using dirt for now. I don't know what I want to use for the trim of the building. So I'm just going to use dirt. Looks fine, but I don't know. I feel like you're not getting that grand of an entrance. So if the doors are here, you go, yeah, it's just right up there. So if the doors are here, you're just gonna walk straight into the minecart. That doesn't feel grand enough. I think I have an idea. So I'm gonna move the wall up this direction a bit, so you're just right against the wall. It doesn't really need that much space anyway. And for this part of the room, I'm just gonna make it longer. Alright, now that's more like it. It's got way more room up in the front. Now, I think I'm gonna make the walls on the sides extend out by 1 block, but other than that, this is like the perfect layout. I think I should have enough bricks cooked to start actually making the walls. Now, the reason why I used dirt initially is because I don't know if I want to use regular stone blocks or stone slab blocks. Alright, I got a fresh batch of bricks here, and now I'm gonna decide if I want to use stone blocks for the trim or stone slab blocks. They're a bit different. So, the argument for stone blocks is that they're gray, and I haven't used them yet. And the argument for stone slab blocks is that they're a little bit lighter, and I've used them everywhere. So, I don't know. I'm gonna decide right now. Alright, there it is. And stone slabs win. By a landslide, they just look way better. Well, I'm learning that bricks take about half a decade to break, so that's fun. I'm gonna make a big door for the main entrance here. This is gonna be connected to another building, so this is not like the actual entrance to the entire thing. I just want to make the little mine room first. Fuck. Okay, why is there so many guys attacking me? Okay. We're safe. That looks really... What the hell do you want? Now that looks really good. I'm not gonna be intending to try and build a lot today. I just want to plan things out. So, how tall do I... Excuse me? What do you want? This is a no soliciting area? Do you not see the sign? Get out of here. Thank you. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I want this room to be a bit tall, because it's going to look way cooler. So, I don't know, let's do that. How tall do I want it, though? That's the question. Yeah, I think that's tall enough. I'm gonna go get some more dirt now. I want to start etching out the smelting room. Okay, let's think about things here. This is the main entrance to the cave, which I'm gonna call the diving bell. And the smelting room shall be... where? Oh, I have an idea now. Okay, I just had a little bit of a brain blast. So, I want this to be the entrance. It's gonna be like this. Instead of having it be right here, the door is gonna kind of jut out like this, which I think will look pretty good. So the door is gonna jut out like that, which, I mean, looks fine. And then the refinery is gonna be 2 separate rooms. One's gonna be for smelting only, and the other's gonna be for crafting. So this is gonna be the door to the smelting room. And let me go do that on the other side first. There you go. Those are the doors to the crafting and smelting room, respectively. A little change of plans here. This is not going to be a room at all. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be. I want to keep that a little bit of a secret. But it's going to be reserved for something a little bit cooler, I promise. This is going to be both the smelting and crafting room. We're back full circle. This is going to be the size of the refinery. I think that's a very good size. Enough for like 100,000 furnaces. Probably way less though. Maybe like 30. 30 would be way more than enough. And I can fit like 20 crafting tables in there as well. Even though you only need 1, might as well have 20, right? I'm also planning for the refinery to be not as tall as the main building. In fact, I might make the main building a little bit taller, but that's later. Oh, God. Jesus. The rain comes on fast in this game, okay? There's no foreplay. There's no little sprinkles. It just rains. I think that's a good height for the refinery. I might have to make the main room just a tiny bit taller, or not. We'll see how I feel, but I think that's a perfect size. Next thing I want to do before I end off this video is nothing to do with the refinery, really. I want to make little pathways that connects everything. Well, ain't that just nice? Now, before I end off this video, I want to connect this to that. I do need staircases, though, so let me go make some. Well, yep. That's it. That's all I'm doing today. I know that wasn't a lot, but I'm beat. I'm really tired right now. So I'm gonna just say goodbye. Next time, if you join me, you're gonna see a lot more building, I promise you. Look at my storage room. Look at that. It's just clay in there. Anyway, I'm gonna be making it way better next time because I'm actually gonna be making it. But other than that, thanks for watching. Goodbye.